Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Mike Toledo. Listen, we're going to do another cool tool review on the A1 Quicksilver stainless steel wire tools. And as always, I'm going to have a little tutorial on how I was using it. Now, this is going to be a shorter tutorial. If you want to see the full review and tutorial, this is the full review, but you'll see the full tutorial on denttrainer.com. A lot of good stuff. Keep in mind, people, the small details make a big difference. So you'll see a lot of small details about what I'm going to say on how to get a clean repair using these A1 tools. So let's check this review out. Let's get right into it. For me, not only does a tool have to perform well, but how does it feel? Does it feel right when you hold it in your hand and grip it? Does the tool flex or bend in unwanted areas as you push inside a hole or between bracing? I have had these tools for only about 3 weeks, but based on what I've used and experienced so far, I can tell you I like them a lot. Now they have two different sets, one that is non-stainless and one that is. I went for the very nice looking stainless, of course, which cost me $395. You'll get an 11-piece set, which includes one 2-inch 3/16 diameter straight shaft rounded with a flat taper tip, one 4-inch 1/4-inch diameter straight shaft rounded with a flat taper tip, one 6-inch 1/4-inch diameter straight shaft rounded and flat taper tip. Now two left and right hand 8-inch 3/16 straight shaft diameter with a 1 1/8 tip length bent at a 45-degree angle. Two left and right 12-inch 3/16 diameter slight bent shaft with a 1 1/8 tip length and a bend at a 45-degree angle on the tip. Two left and right 18-inch 1/4-inch diameter slight bent shaft with a 1 3/8 tip length bent at a 45-degree angle. And last, two left and right 24-inch 5/16 diameter slight bent shaft with 1 3/4 tip length bent at 45-degree angle. With the high polished stainless steel, these babies look beautiful. The tips of the tips seem thin enough for most applications, gaining access to a dent into those tight brace structures and between braces with glue. The straight rounded flat tip tools were perfect for going into some of the open holes and between glue especially. Really good for sunroof areas on roofs as well. Now the main reason I purchased these tools were because of the handles. They are super comfortable, and doing hail damage on a vehicle for hours at a time, your hand can get very fatigued if they're not comfortable. From the small to large Quicksilver hand tools, it felt pretty natural in the hand to use. With excellent leverage, I felt they would do the job for almost most, if not all, my PDR repairs. These tools aren't too sharp or too blunt. That's a good thing because when you're removing a dent on a steel panel, you don't want to cause over pushing and poke marks. I was getting the right amount of tip control without having to tap down. Overall, I don't think you'll be disappointed. You get super comfort handles that don't feel skinny, and if your hands sweat, these wire tools might be a solid choice. Now, here's a brief explanation and tutorial how I use the right hand wire tool from A1 Tools. Now, one of the most common areas that have a dent is the hood, which I'm going to show you. And obviously the side panels, the roofs, trunks, things like that have a lot of braces. In this case, this has got a brace right underneath the dent that we're going to be doing. Now, I'm going to be using the tip of the tool. You could also use the heel of the tool, which I'll be showing later on, but that's going to make contact pushing the dent out. Now, how I get leverage is using the inside brace like you'll see here. Now, for you guys who don't quite understand lines or someone who wants to understand lines, you're not really pushing straight in the middle because the lines don't show you the center or the bottom of the center very easily. So I recommend if you're learning, you go from the outside, work inside, bring the metal towards the inside. So that way you're shrinking the metal little by little, as you can see here. If you're using fog, your technique will probably be a little bit different. You're going to generally press in the center or in a spiral motion from outside towards the center, inside. And in this case, you can see it. I'm working from one side to the other side and shrinking that center down and then gradually going to the center. When you're an experienced line guy, you are going to actually hit the center pretty quickly because you know how the reaction of the lines are actually telling you. And in this case, you can see that's pretty much almost done. And it's all from that tip that I'm using with that A1 tool. A very, very nice tip. It's not chewing up the dent. It's giving me very nice smooth pushes and not marring the paint in any way. Now, making it look a lot easier than it is, you really have to get used to the muscle memory when you push. You have to understand how hard is hard and how hard is too hard, because you really want to become kind of happy medium and get it to where the metal will sustain and stay without creating a high. The main thing is doing dents like this is being able to push dents without having to go in and tap down. If you're a hail tech, you are probably already dang good at this. If you are a beginner, you're probably not. And if you're just a regular route guy, it's hit and miss. But these hail tech guys, my friends, they are very, very good. And these tools help you become better. That's the main thing. You want to have good tools that help you become better, save you time, and obviously make you a lot more money. Now, if you guys want to really see a very good, deep, in-depth tutorial on how to take a sharp dent out with one of these wire tools from A1 Tools and do it very, very clean. You will have some poke marks that generally are very common when you do this, but I'll show you guys how you can clean it up, how you can actually make it practically perfect and have no trace of where it was. You'll find that on denttrainer.com. I encourage you to please check it out. I guarantee you'll have no regrets. There's tons of videos for you, hundreds to be exact. I'm the instructor along with John Hiley, and I think you'll just be overwhelmed with the detail and thought that we put into these videos. So I'm Mike Toledo. I hope you enjoyed this tool review and brief tutorial. See you guys on the next one.